We are the Restaurant Brokers, and we sell restaurants.
We started the nation's largest restaurant brokerage firm over a decade ago.
Atlanta, Georgia was our starting point, but our brand is spreading nationwide. We define restaurant brokerage and help buyers just like these.
Our dream, our goal, open up a restaurant, loving life, serving people breakfast and lunch, and then enjoying the rest of the day with them and ourselves.
Buying an existing restaurant, leasing a closed restaurant space, or purchasing a restaurant franchise. We help buyers satisfy their appetite for acquisition.
I'm part of a husband and wife team with this fella.
Working with my wife has been a lot of fun. The ultimate goal for everybody here is to make this work. And because we have different strengths, we bring different angles to the deal.
The process begins with our powerhouse website, WeSellRestaurants.com, where buyers sign online confidentiality agreements and browse restaurants for sale.
Then we send buyers undercover to check out a restaurant and decide if it's the right one for them.
Buyers get our proprietary business analysis tool with all the financial details on the business for sale.
After studying the restaurant inside and out, it's back to our office.
We are deal makers. We write contracts and negotiate terms for buyers and sellers. That's why we sell more restaurants than any other firm in the nation. We are the Restaurant Brokers. Our name says it all. You're back on the air with the Restaurant Brokers, Eric and Robin Gagnon, and We Sell Restaurants. We join you on the radio every week to satisfy your appetite for acquisition, feed the need for restaurant reality, and serve up a recipe for business success. This week's show is absolutely living up to the billing. Eric, we are talking to some social media experts and gaining some great knowledge. And I actually want to ask that question that's on everybody's mind, because I get this from restaurateurs all the time. They say, I'm tweeting, I'm blogging, I'm YouTubing, I'm whatever I'm doing. Is it making me any money? Does it actually pay off in the real world? So how does that social media experience translate? And Hannah, I'll let you take this first and actually pay off in real world dollars for someone.
So there's so many options on really all social media. It's basically free advertising, if you want to call it that. It's the easiest way to get your message out to the largest amount of people in the fastest, shortest amount of time. There's options to have ads on Facebook if you want to go that route, and they're actually very cost effective compared to other platforms. But also, if you want to see that return without spending money, there's ways you can create a little mini campaign through social media where you could say, show us that you liked this post and we'll give you a discount or something like that. And that's an easy way to kind of track what you're getting from social media. And also there's lots of ways to track your insights and analytics through Twitter has their own analytics, and also Facebook. You can track them on your pages, so you can see the relation between your likes and your sales, and if your likes are up 1 month, are your sales also up 1 month? So that's a great outlet to use for that.
Kelly, you have any comments on that? How to quantify that?
In looking at it, we actually do pay for some of our promoted posts, and we have opportunities if it's an offer usually, or if it's an occasion day or an event, and we found a lot of success in that. But having great organic content, having very strong content is very important. It's also important to check with the social platform that you're on, too, because in some cases, they may be against what's called a like-gating campaign, and they may have changed their restrictions. So staying right on top of that, because in those instances where you tell a fan that if you like something, you might get something in return, that's being challenged by some platforms. And so you might see that coming down the pipeline that, you may not be allowed to do that, or that content may be denied. So being very sensitive to knowing, what's happening and what's changing in that platform, but also having, content that's relevant, real-time marketing, basically, something that may be like playing in that trend or that perfect opportunity that suits your brand. Also is a good way to be a catalyst to help your content to carry much further. Using the right hashtags, not using too many hashtags, and being sensitive to, again, where to play in that platform.
So, Hallie, as someone new coming into this who's totally overwhelmed listening to the show today, firms like yours, you step in and actually become sort of their fractional social media department. You take over social media, and I think Green Olive does that as well. Is that really the trend in the industry?
I think it really depends on, what the resources are within the restaurant. We see a lot of different things with our clients. For some clients, we're, a full-service partner in terms of social media, and we do everything from content creation to strategy to media planning, community management, and beyond. And then, there are other brands where maybe we assist in certain areas where they just can use the help. But I think it's one of those things that, it's really customizable to whatever it is that you have the resources to do. So if that means that you're a new restaurant, you're a chef-owned restaurant, and you really don't have a full staff of people or an agency partner to help you out, simply getting on Facebook and starting to get the word out about your brand and your food and what makes it so special and any offers you have, and just kind of really committing yourself to engaging with your fans and answering their questions is a great place to start. But it goes all the way from there, all the way up to your brands in the NRN 200 who are able to do really, really effective kind of integrated social media marketing.
Great.
And I got a question for you. I've heard a lot of people sometimes are busy or they want to do a lot, and there's a lot of service out there that you can pay to buy likes, to buy followers. Is this like a shortcut that's viable, or what's your take on paying for followers and likes?
So I think there's a time and place for it, but I don't think it should be your first idea. Because what it does is you'll get the followers, your numbers will look great, but then your engagement is just going to kind of flatline, and it'll probably be the same based on how many followers you had before. With my experience with boosting posts and paying for likes, if you will, is the like number goes up, but you're not getting any engagement, and you're not getting any return engagement. So it'll be, if you boost one post, you'll get a like on that post, but that person isn't necessarily coming back to like another post. But in a situation where I think it does work, if we have an event that we want to kind of advertise to people, you can boost an event and do it based on an area and target people in a certain city, and that way your event's getting out to more people than just the amount of people that like the page or follow the page. So there's a place for it, definitely, but I don't think it should be your go-to.
Kelly, what's your take on it?
I'm sorry, did you say Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly. Yeah.
All right, sorry. If you look at it, like most people or most consumers will actually like 100 to 200 different branded pages if they like a brand. So you're actually competing with someone that might like a lot of pages in general. In some cases, that's like the average norm. But also, if you look at people that quickly try to buy likes and you try to get as many likes as possible, you might lose them as quick as possible, too. And they might be trolls. They might be, fake accounts or very quick accounts that will go away. And Facebook's been pretty strong about scrubbing those and cleaning them out from branded pages. Actually, you can see in some brands that they may have diminished their likes by like 25,000 plus followers just because of the fact that they're cleaning out all those bad accounts. Another thing to think about, though, too, that might actually be a proponent for buying likes to a degree, is that our brand has 9 million people identified that like our brand, but we have 5 million people that are connected to us. So how do we gain that other 4 million people that talk about us quite so often and they're connected to us? So there's a wealth of opportunities, but how do we get ourselves in front of those
Okay,
fans?
I think we're going to have to leave it there, and I tell you, it's been a great conversation. I would be remiss if I didn't remind you to take a moment and like We Sell Restaurants on Facebook at facebook.com We Sell Restaurants. Follow us on Twitter. That handle is @SellRestaurants. We are on YouTube. That YouTube channel is We Sell Restaurants. This is Eric and Robin Gagnon. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.